Well, look at this. It is Tuesday, December 4th, 2023, and Bitcoin is at 41,732. A couple of points we're going to look at here is number one, it's good to be El Salvador. Man, oh man, they had bought in and they were buying Bitcoin. And even in the last year, they said they were going to buy, as you can see on CoinDesk, that assuming the country did indeed purchase 1 Bitcoin per day over the past year, plus what they had already invested, that would give them 2,744 Bitcoin. At current price, that's 102, 103 million. Just think of it 2X's. I mean, and they're saying that they need a break-even point of about, let me see here, 44,300, what they know of. So it's at 41.7 right now. So we're right at basically break-even point. You can read the article here on CoinDesk. But we're right at break-even. So now, as we head higher, and of course there could be pullbacks, it's going to be interesting. I mean, good news for them that they bought into it. They use Bitcoin as a currency. You can buy things with Bitcoin in El Salvador. So let's see, everybody kind of criticized them a little bit in the beginning, and let's see what happens here, where now everything is, if it goes up, everything is profit. I don't know what they plan on doing with it. I don't know. So it's kind of interesting. Point number two is, for me, that's number one. This is two, is how in the world do nation states, countries, purchase Bitcoin? Do you have to turn it into something else? Like a US dollar, or let's see, let's use petrodollars. If you want to buy oil, your country that uses oil and you don't have your own, you got to buy it. And it's called petrodollars, and they are US dollars paid to oil exporting countries. So that is how you buy oil. You need to have US dollars to buy oil. That is, unless there are countries like Venezuela, which has the most oil reserves in the world, started using the Chinese yuan or the euro for its oil trades, following the imposition of U.S. sanctions. So the U.S. is going to put sanctions against countries selling oil for euros or something else, or the Chinese yuan. So isn't that interesting? And we don't want to get into those politics. But what I'm saying is, does something like that exist for Bitcoin? Do you have to have a certain fiat currency to buy huge amounts from nation states? Top fiat currencies used to trade Bitcoin, which is very interesting. US dollar is 85% of the market. Korean won is 5%, so now we're up to 90. The yen is 4%, so at 94. And the euro is at 3%, so we're at 97, and the rest is split up. But if you're not one of those countries, and well, any country, I guess, but if your country decides to buy, just like El Salvador did, buy Bitcoin, can they purchase it in their native fiat? And who accepts that? As for instance, I'll just say Australia. It's not on the list. It's the Australian dollar. And obviously, there are exchanges there that take Australian dollars for Bitcoin. But if you're buying a huge amount, say, hey, we want to buy $10 million worth of Bitcoin for such and such a country, can you pay with it with your own currency? Will they accept it? And just say you're a small country and you just say, hey, let's print enough of our fiat currency to buy $10 million worth of Bitcoin. Can you do that? I don't know. So it's kind of interesting to me of what's going on as far as that goes, as if nation states decide to start purchasing, at least that we know of. I mean, obviously they could be doing it and we don't know about it. So that's going to be interesting to me to see if that goes through the way of the petrodollar. And let's see, something else here. And third, so we have the halving coming up somewhere, let's just call it April. And the halving is coming, and it's just like, it's a guarantee. Prices are going to go up. Really? Is it just everything you see is people stocking up? Put yourself in position. We're looking for this to, 3x, 10x, 100x. It's looked upon as a guarantee. Last time I heard this was in the real estate market in 2007, 8. I want to collapse. Anyway, so we're looking at this as, man, it's just guaranteed. And it could be. I mean, and let's look at the ETFs. Do you think the ETFs are not going to be approved before the halving? I think they'll be approved. Anyway, so what about nation states? Go, oh, well, let's just throw a bunch of money into Bitcoin for the halving because it's all but guaranteed. Is it?